Welcome to Left of Center. Mayor Tom McDermott here. What's your name again? Mayor Polk from Burnham. 3 of the mayors here so far. We're getting ready to do the rally for St. Margaret's. We're here live in front of the Hammond Police Department. If you're watching live right now, you can still get here. We'll probably leave here in 15 minutes or so. But we're going to gather. We got, I don't know, a couple hundred people here so far. And
Huge
the plan
crowd.
is to go down to the hospital, give some speeches, rally, do your normal rally stuff.
Yeah,
right?
I'm going to spin around and get this crowd here.
How you doing, Mr. Mayor? Sean Howard. Sorry. Hey, how you doing, Mr. Mayor?
Hey, I don't got this because I need to walk. I know, man.
Hey!
What's up, John? I was just telling Ernie Dillon right here, 12168. I said, Ernie, what's the cane for? Ernie?
Well, we're here representing the veterans, supporting the mayor in regards to the hospital. Many of us, especially us, the veterans from Hammond, had their families in and out of St. Margaret's back in the day. We all know it by St. Margaret's Hospital. And we sure hope they change their mind and keep the hospital here and expand it. Not now.
Thanks, Ernie. Post 168.
Hey.
Former commander. Past commander. I got it. Don't let the cane fool you. He's ready.
Yeah, that's
You wearing my shirt?
No, you're wearing my shirt.
the other side of the story.
That's it, Ernie.
Uh-oh, another Lockpod guest here.
Oh. Why do you need a bullhorn?
We need that for the interviews.
Hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go.
What's your sign?
You won't go. Should we? Hell no, you won't go. No, that's good. Patient over profit. I would have personally put an S at the end, but
For sure.
ran out of room. Let's
How
criticize.
about like a
everyone's
little
sign.
one right here?
let's critique everyone's sign just because of that.
I like
That's
it.
A really nice thing to do.
Critiquing signs with Kevin Smith.
Yeah, fear of the flight. I don't know what that. We're working on that. Fear of the flight. Boom. NAACP. That's Reverend Cobb. NAACP.
Oh!
Steve Kellogg, our business manager, is standing right here.
Let's talk with Steve.
Where has Steve been?
Where has Steve been? Behind the scenes.
I've been behind the scenes working hard with the Lockpod crew. All right?
Okay. Everyone, we're going to start walking soon, I imagine, so go ahead and share the stream, please. We're about to get started here.
Good evening, Lot Potters. Now yell.
It's not evening yet.
Hell no, we won't go.
That's good. Careful, the police are taking notice of you. There's a bus here. We're busing them in.
That must be Antifa.
Yeah, they made it. Antifa's here.
I'm going to go walk down to the news. There's a lot of news vans down here, yeah. I'm going to go walk down and
They're
check
gonna
it
be
out.
like, you're a rookie.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's go see the news. Councilman Robles here. Our council president, right here.
Hey,
Along with our chief of staff. What?
That's some smooth glasses, man. Where'd
thank
you get
you.
them from?
Store up in Chicago. They're Adidas.
Yeah.
Customized in Chicago.
Customized. I'm
Yeah.
going to look that up. They're sharp.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Phil's pretending to be a reporter.
I'd like to interview you guys for the big rally.
Go stand by the camera. Right here. Right behind you. No, the one right here.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of news cameras right there.
So, Phil, let me ask you. A lot of people are casual because it's 90 degrees out.
Yes.
Why are you still, your collar stays aren't working, but if you have any,
We got to work on these.
doesn't
Yep.
even have any stays there.
Yeah.
Why are you still in your suit?
I think they need to see.
It is a necessity for a man to have a collar stay. That's what it is.
So wait,
Work-
why suit? I knew you were busy today, because I was with you.
I didn't have time to run home and change. I would have preferred it with the heat. but-
So what you're saying is some of us were working, some of us aren't.
That is correct. Were you pointing at Kevin when you
Yes,
said
I
that?
was.
Okay, I want to make sure.
I was pointing at the light blue, laid back polo.
I did stop at home on the way here after a full day.
Dude, you were wearing that this morning. You can't
No,
fool
then I
us.
got in a suit at YMCA.
Did you really?
Little Echo Bunny for him.
Echo Bunny.
This little bunny guy.
Psycho
That's
Bunny.
That's yours?
They should sponsor. Can you imagine?
By
what
the
a-
way-
John, could you imagine what a great sponsorship that would be for us?
Can you work on that,
I'm
Steve?
working on that. I've got them locked in. We're like this.
All right.
Locked in for locked
Given
on?
that everyone's giving us crap for Psycho Bunny, I think we should be, if they do sponsor us, we should get all the crap.
For sure.
Right? I mean, there's no.
And I'll start calling them by their.
No, I'm not talking about the podcast. I'm talking about we have like a list of speakers and
Well, we don't have a list. We have.
we need to start getting this stuff organized so that like the people that are speaking, we need like get it organized right here. In fact, like does anybody
We're live
have, like,
again.
Do you want them speaking? But Mayor, you don't want them speaking here. You want them
What's
speaking.
weird is I was on 5G when I went live.
Okay.
I wonder if it's the crowd.
Okay.
I'm gonna help you.
Are they all here? That big old list? Okay. I saw Pastor Cobb.
I want to be able to say go through.
I'll have a list for you. I have a
Kevin,
list.
is Kevin doing it or who's doing it?
Let's get our list.
Awana has a list on her
Wanda?
phone.
Come with me, Wanda.
Let's make sure.
Like, you know, because there's people.
Mayor Burnham, Mayor Kelsey.
Hi, everybody. Thank you guys for showing up. We're going to be leaving in a few minutes. I just want to start off and say thank you so much. This is just the beginning of this fight, right, everybody? Right! We can't let this happen without a fight. We're going to fight to make sure we get justice here in Hammond, right? Yeah! In Calumet City, right? Yeah! Burnham, right? Yeah! We're not going to let this go, you guys, so thank you for being here. Now, we're going to have a bunch of speakers, like 2-minute speeches at the longest, okay? So whoever's interested in speaking on behalf of them, on behalf of their community, on behalf of issues that are important to you, if you're an employee, if you're a politician, if you're a pastor, whoever you are, we need you to put your name on a list so that we can get you for like a short little speech when we get there. Short is the key, 2 minutes max, okay? There's a big crowd, we don't want a long policy speech. I promise I'll follow my own self. So where is Awana right now? Okay, Awana Miller is right here. She's Director of Community Development. Can you please come up to her or Phil or Kevin and say, I want to speak, so we can get your name on a list and we'll go over there and we'll just pull you up, okay? Thank you guys for being here. We'll leave here in about 10 minutes, okay? Thank you, everybody.
Dr. Boggle. He's the spokesman. Yeah, all right. Dr. Boggle, gotcha.
Dalton Fire Department in the house.
That's pretty good. Bill. Okay, good.
You left the gallery unguarded?
Thanks, man. I'm back on. It seems to be okay, but okay, just in case.
Well, you want to keep
Yeah,
it
hold
with
on.
you? You're going to need a pass.
Text it to me. Thanks, man. Oh my goodness! Look who joined the show.
It's the Magic Man and the Notorious.
Okay, I gotta hold the camera like this to get both of you.
Notorious. It means I should probably be in jail. Please don't arrest me.
What's up?
Traffic is what's up. That's why I'm here later than normal.
Is that why you're here later than normal?
Yes.
Okay.
I left 45 minutes to spare, and I guess so many people want to come out, but they're also getting off of work, and it's Friday, so
Right.
it's a nightmare.
Right.
But I'm here.
Okay. Well, welcome.
And they gave me a sign. Hey, Gabe, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Do you want a sign?
I've already signed.
Hey, Ron. What's up, baby? You're live on Lockpod.
Right on. Thank you for finally having me. I have my show on my station.
What's it about?
Ron is a fellow
I
podcaster.
am. We are working our way to making a better community in Northwest Indiana. And that means healthcare in the biggest city. And an arbitrary line doesn't mean anything. So we need the South Side Chicago needs help as well. And we're here to make that happen.
All right, man.
How are you?
Good, man. Great. Good to see you, too. We're going to start walking soon, guys. So go ahead and be sure to share the stream. We're just getting started.
They're not following their mission by closing this hospital. Enough is enough. That's right. We're tired. We're tired in Kansas City. We're tired in Hammond. We're tired in Dalton. This hospital helps people miles and miles apart. And it's time for the hospital to realize their reach. Enough is enough. We're going to not only protest today, tomorrow, we're going to stay here until they come to the table.
That's right, Mayor.
And say they're not going to close. I'd like to introduce Mayor Robert Polk from the Village of Burnham.
Yeah, man!
I'd like to say good afternoon, everyone, and thank everyone for coming out. And I think everything has been spoken here today. It's been very true and committed. And we're going to fight to try to keep this from happening. As Mayor Jones said, Mayor Burnham has said, and several hospitals have closed throughout the region, and we need this hospital. Amen.
Thank you, Mayor.
We'll take any questions.
You know, one thing that scares me is if this is the way America's heading, you know, where are we going to be in 10 and 20 years from now? The hospitals are only where the wealthy are? And if you're poor, too bad, no hospital? I mean, the Catholic institutions should lead the way. They got $3 billion in the bank. I think they can help make the tough decisions so that they make this work. And I want to thank the community for being here.
We'll take a few questions.
Just a couple of questions. I see the support of the community here. The hospital just sent me a statement saying, and I'll read it verbatim, that in the last, I guess, couple of months, hospital intake has gone down drastically here. They're saying they're not seeing that many people in terms of intake a day. What do you say to those numbers? They're saying it's a lot of unused space here, and that's why the downsizing is happening.
Tell them to say that to the black families that have lost their lives. Tell them to say that to the white families that have lost their lives. Tell them to say that to the people that actually mean and it matters, not to that corporate interests that they're trying to protect. If they really matter, they will be out here with us instead of releasing statements that don't matter. $3 billion doesn't equal the people's lives we need to save. We need this hospital. We don't need phony statements from St. Francis.
Sure. I'm not too familiar with the area. If this hospital, in fact, downsizes, talk about other healthcare facilities in this area. What will the disadvantage look like? Just for folks that may not be familiar with this area.
We have no hospitals in this area. We have clinics that can help you. We have an emergency room that's for profit on the south side of town that's real small. But the hospital, when those came to Hammond, we were fought by St. Margaret's. It's like, hey, you can't bring competitors in here. If we would listen to them, I mean, where would we be right now? We'd have nothing in Hammond. But let me tell you something. When they talk about declining populations in that hospital, when you build competitors in all the wealthy communities surrounding Hammond, away from Cal City, where do you think the patients are going to go? If I have a brand new restaurant and I put it over there, I bet you people aren't going to go to El Taco as much because they're going to go to the new place, right? So why don't they invest some of their billions of dollars right here in Hammond and you'll see patients come back, right?
My very last question is, are you all also kind of upset in terms of the hospital's process for deciding this? I'm interested to learn, did they include any of you all in this decision making? How many of the residents they speak to?
They don't want to hear from us.
I was standing right here when I found out. I was walking into a staff meeting on a very busy day, and I think if you talk to my fellow mayors, our weeks are scheduled out weeks in advance, right? I'm walking in there and they say, I need to meet with you today, Mayor. We're having a press conference in an hour and I want to let you know what's happening. I had 1 hour notice that one of our largest employers in the city of Hammond and our only hospital is shutting down. That's good communication, right? Unchristian.
How do you feel about that? The fact that they left you all out of this process.
Mayor Thaddeus, ask Mayor Thaddeus.
Come to the middle, Mayor.
We're still betrayed. I mean, they need to invest in here. 80% of decline in population. We get 8% of the calls from Illinois and Calumet City, and it's important in Hammond. So they're talking about a decline in population. Invest in the community and let's build it together as opposed to making it.
We got time for a few more questions. Mike?
To answer your question, Calumet City did not get notified. Did the village of Burnham get notified? No. They did not notify these surrounding communities, and they're lying to say that they did. And I can tell you for a fact that none of us got notified.
I still haven't seen anything. To this day, I haven't seen their plans. It's just, we're demolishing it and we're leaving. That's what you do in Baghdad when you take it over. You take it over, you demolish it, you leave. We're not Baghdad, we're in the same team.
Mike, you got a question?
Do you believe enough persons to be brought that they, like you said, they come to the table on you?
They got the funds.
We have the communities together behind us. We're going to put the pressure on them. They got $3 billion. $3 billion. Stop answering to your corporate lobbyists and corporate people and answer to the community. Come and talk to the community and tell the community that we're here for you as opposed to walking away. When they did it in St. James, they moved the hospital to Olympia Fields. They're trying to do the same blueprint here in Hammond by moving it out of an area that desperately needs a hospital. No more excuses. Leave the hospital here.
They move it from Chicago Heights and they go to Olympia Fields. They're moving it from Hammond and they're going to Crown Point and Dyer. That's the same playbook, different state.
Mayor Polk.
Mayor Polk.
Who's next?
Well, again, like I said, I support everything we're seeing here today. We have a lot of people coming to the hospital that need the services, poor people at a disadvantage, and we need the hospital. I know that's enough said. So save the hospital.
So just so I'm clear, because their words are going to be that they're not ending the hospital. They're saying that they're downsizing services here. Is you all's response to that this current downsizing will eventually lead to a full-out phase-out? Is that what you're saying? Is that the fear?
Mayor McDermott, come to the mic.
Hammond's the largest city in Northwest Indiana, all the way out to South Bend, the largest city, and we're without a hospital now. And they're telling me, Mayor, we're downsizing your hospital 90%, but at least you have 10% left, right? That's not a good deal, right? That was a good deal when I was in the Navy. I'm not in the Navy anymore.
They're not downsizing the Vatican. Same playbook they said at St. James. We're downsizing, we're going to leave you with an ER. Go look at St. James now. It's a vacant lot.
Downsizing the Vatican.
They're not going to downsize. They're trying to close that hospital and demolish it.
That's right.
They want condos instead of having a community hospital. Tell them to stop it.
Any more questions?
What's the next step after this, Mayor? I know we have great things response today, but how do you respond to pressure?
I'm hoping they come to the table and talk and say, hey, we didn't realize how much you loved the hospital. We didn't realize how important it was to the community. We're hoping that maybe we thought things out and we have another plan. I hope that's what I hear from them.
Yeah,
that's what the Catholic and the Christian thing to do would be.
That's right. Christian thing to do. Come to the
Mayor Jones, can you speak to the women and children that are impacted on the other side that we see direly every day?
We know that Calumet City and Hammond, the women and the children in our community are they're the ones that come to the hospital. They need this hospital. You see the families here today. So tell the corporate leaders to come out and look at the women and children in their faces and tell them why, honestly, they're closing this hospital. It makes no sense. Take $1 billion of those $3 billion and invest it in Hammond and let us do it. We'll do it right. Give it to us if you don't want it. We'll take the hospital.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
When you say give it to us, do you mean the city of Calumet City or all the city of Calumet City, Hammond, and Village?
If they don't want it, we'll take it. We'll work it out. Calumet City, I'm sure Hammond will help us out.
And Burnham too.
I'm sure we could get a community rally behind it.
Yeah.
Going once, going twice. We good for guys?
We're going down the street now. We're going to go in front of the hospital and do some speeches.
Mayor McDermott, can you explain the route to the
Sure.
press?
It's right down the street. You're on Douglas Street right now. We go by 18th Street if anybody gets hungry or thirsty. We go right down and we end up at the hospital, which is right down the street. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We appreciate you very much.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Go park at 18th Street and get beer. Right there.
Oh, yes, right there. I know we're getting.
Yeah, we're gonna park. And then we're gonna yell about the hospital and how healthcare is a human right.
Oh, okay.
The Democrats speaking. Let's look over here.
All right. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, we're gonna do it.
Lockpod crew, we are live again. We got knocked off a bit ago, so this is the new stream. Go ahead and share it. We're getting ready to start the walk. Yeah.
Giving speeches in the parking lot at 5 o'clock. It's very important if we want to be on the news. And being on the news is good for our cause. So we're going to start walking in a few minutes. Again, I want to remind everybody we need speakers.
Yeah, go ahead and share the stream. We're getting ready to walk. Sorry for getting kicked off earlier. I think because of the amount of people, the signal isn't as great as it was at the beginning. So go ahead and share the stream, and yeah, we're going to get started here. Good to see you.
Mary Ellen Slazik, can you get us started to be our first speaker? Mrs. Slazik, are you around?
He's behind you somewhere.
Mary Ellen, are you around? Mary Ellen Slazik, could you come over and start us off, please? Hi, Mary Ellen. Hi, everybody. We're going to get started with Mary Ellen Slazik, who wants to speak about the closing of the hospital. Could you give her a big round of applause?
generating profit. I have patience. They don't care about us. Their bottom line is $1, and that's all the heck they worship here. It's a freaking almighty dollar. What about the people here?
Yeah.
They don't Catholic values. They're like our bank accounts, so they go out there when they got plenty of dough, and everything looks a little different than you and me. We can't let this happen.
That's right.
This hospital is vital to the safety of our community.
Yeah. Now you see why we started with her, right?
Nice job.
Are we ready to start walking? Yeah. I think honestly, I think we should focus on money in the bank, the Christian-like thing to do. It just doesn't make sense. There's multiple communities impacted by this. You know, just last year we had a world-renowned planner in Hammond, Indiana at the table with us, with St. Margaret's the whole time, talking about downtown Hammond, how wonderful it's going to be. Not once did they mention to us that they were planning on downsizing 90% of their hospital. How many people here had friends or family or themselves born at that hospital? Raise your hand. That's right. How many people here want to drive an extra 20 miles for routine health checkup? Huh? We got to fight, guys. I appreciate you being here. Does anybody else want to hit before we leave? Matt Muta. Give it up for Matt Muta, everybody.
Thank you, Mayor. Hi, I'm a member of the Hammond Mayor's Commission on Disabilities. On behalf of the Mayor's Commission on Disabilities, we have condemned the actions taken by the Franciscan Alliance. We believe that these actions that they have taken within the past few weeks will adversely affect sick, elderly, and most importantly, disabled peoples within Hammond and in the surrounding communities. Again, the board condemned these actions, and it's good to all see you all here, and let's fight together. Let's let them know that we don't like where they're closing our only hospital.
That's right. Mayor! Save our hospital! Save our hospital! Let's give it up for Mrs. Cobb, everybody!
I am a member of this community, and I've been here 72 years, and I know all about St. Margaret's Hospital. We cannot let them take this hospital away.
Nope. It's on Christian.
Our children were born there. They're supposed to be Christians, but you know what?
That ain't Christian.
Doesn't mean anything to some people.
Right.
And profit means everything to some people. But we're saying this is the only trauma place around here other than going to East Chicago that is too far when we live right here by the hospital.
Right.
So I'm saying, let's save the hospital. Let's do whatever we can. All right, save the hospital.
Save the hospital! Please? Sure, come on up. All right. What's your name, man? Diego. Diego wants to say something. Give it up for Diego, everybody!
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Just a couple weeks ago, this hospital, this very hospital that's down the street, has saved my sister from an accident that has happened a couple weeks ago. This is not Catholic or Christian values at all. No, this is the only hospital that we have by our community, and this is not right. Once again, this is not Catholic nor Christian values.
That's right. Good job, Diego. Give it up for Diego, everybody! I'd like to introduce the pastor of First Presbyterian Church in Hammond, Indiana, Mike Burnham, and give it up for Pastor Mike, everybody! Who just wrote a very nice letter to the editor on behalf of the citizens of Hammond. I want to thank you very much, Pastor.
How do you use one of these?
All right.
So, we've heard about all the challenge to all the bad things that they have done. Okay, it's all on target, but I don't want to demonize them. What we want is to bring them to the table.
That's right.
What we want, in my view,
is to have them come and say, yes, how can we work together?
That's right.
Don't want to push them into a corner like an angry dog saying, oh, we're just going to fight you all the way. What can we do to bring them to the table, to realize, to have them see that they have partners for the sake of this community?
Yeah.
Thank you, Pastor.
Thank you. Thank you, Pastor. Does anybody else want to say anything before we start marching? Again, I want to thank Mayor Polk and Mayor Jones from Calumet City. Can you give them a big warm welcome, everybody? Okay, we're going to have everybody speak down the street, so let's start marching now. Thank you again, everybody. Now we're going down to the hospital. We're going to the parking lot, Kevin.
We're going to go. Okay, so the plan is to walk down Douglas to Homan Avenue, and then cross the street onto Homan, and then take a left on the sidewalk to Ogden. That's where we're going to rally, at Ogden and Homan. So down the street to Homan, cross Homan, a left 1 block to Ogden. That's where we're going to rally. All right?
Right. Yeah. Good. That's right.
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our
I never rallied that many people in a protest before. That was exciting.
Yeah, man.
Power to the people, John.
It's a John Lennon song.
Save our hospital. That's not water. Nice. This is a peaceful protest if I've ever seen one. Hell no.
Hell no!
We won't go.
Save our hospital!
Oh, Phil.
Wow.
He's leading the chant.
Amazing. In a suit and tie?
Look at him. He's sweating.
Wow, Phil. Yeah.
It's a protest of America.
Holy cow. It's so radical.
Radicalized.
Hey, what's up? Hey. Hey. Isn't he supposed to be at like the back with the horn?
Who knows? He's a rookie. Phil, this way.
He's leading and shooting the sound that way.
Hold on, John.
Okay.
Save our hospital! Save our hospital! Save our hospital!
Oh, man.
My children were born at this hospital. My father was the first DO on staff at this place. I love this joint. I was an altar boy here 9 years. I love the chapel. I'm going to say a prayer for everybody over here. And I'm going to stand here and tell them to keep it open.
God help us.
We need the help here.
Dr. Mike, everyone.
Everybody. Johnny V. The best, baby. It's nice to say hello.
I got him to turn this way.
Good.
He didn't know which way to go?
No, he was screaming forward, and all the protesters were behind him. You know how that goes, Dr. Mike.
Amazing.
Oh, here, come here. We heard about you this morning on the CBD. You saved the mayor's leg.
I loved it. It was a fashionable story. You're kidding. He was moaning. You guys were great. I love you guys. You guys were fantastic.
It's going to be loud, and let them know while we're here.
Hey.
So they get the message loud and
Hail
clear.
Mary.
Whoa, yeah, Phil!
Wow.
What's happening?
What is going on with Phil?
He's a radical.
He really took the bull by the horn, literally.
By the horn.
Save our hospital! Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Get the man of water.
Amazing.
It looks like a transformation.
It's incredible. Yeah, loosen that tie, man.
Yeah. Take it off. Like put it around his head. By the time we get up there.
Save our hospital! Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Here we are walking down Douglas. I gotta tell you, I've never really walked right down Douglas Avenue.
This is the first.
Take a look at the crowd,
Save
John.
our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save
our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Notorious LMP?
Yeah. Special guest.
Look at her. Look at her. She's rolling. She's protesting. She does not look to me like her first protest.
No, for sure.
This is like, she's like, I'm just going to mark off this as number 95.
I saw her packing Molotov cocktails
Is that what
earlier. Yes.
That's so damn. Oh, hell yeah. This is going to go down. So far, very peaceful, though. And, you know, we're going by the federal courthouse. I hope the marshals don't come out. And, they're the guards. They're going to come and get Phil.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly retired Hammond PD, but they're keeping an eye on Phil.
You think they got an ear, nose, and throat doctor?
Save our hospital! Save it! Keep saying
Who's the head of the physicians at St. Margaret's?
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Oh no!
He knows. He knows.
Save our hospital!
And your dad did a lot for this hospital. Bingo.
Save our hospital!
Say, Sir
Save our hospital!
Turn right here.
Save our hospital!
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 He really hated it.
Save our hospital! Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital! Save our hospital! Save our hospital! I mean it this time.
Yes!
Save our hospital! Save our hospital! Save our hospital! Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
All right, I mean it again. Save our hospital! Save our hospital! Save our hospital!
Save our hospital! Save our hospital!
Save our hospital! Mr. Taillon, save our hospital! Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital! Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital! Save our hospital! Save our hospital! Save our hospital! Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
By the way, they didn't mention anything about that. Hey guys, how's it going? How we doing?
Good.
Good audience?
Yeah. About 100.
Mayor Jones, Lockpot, he's going to be a guest on the show.
Oh, he's got to be.
For sure.
Save our hospital!
Yeah, we're doing a live podcast right now.
Save our hospital! Save our hospital!
Podcasts are fun. You can say anything you want.
For sure.
Moses, my wife. She's not. I'm sure she didn't. Just kidding.
That's a shorter walk, man.
Oh.
Brother.
What's up? What's up, man? Gentlemen, councilmen, how are you?
Good, how about you?
Good, man. Here, Scott.
Thank you. Did you lock it up? All good?
I thought I did.
That's why we're here today. I'd like to start with the man who is leading us today and being very vocal and loud about what the decisions this hospital has made, how they will affect everybody who is here in all of Hammond, in a lot of Illinois, and a lot of Northwest Indiana. So let's bring them up now. Mayor Tom McDermott Jr. I'd like to introduce Dr. Bagwat. Can you please come forward, sir? He wants to say a few things. Dr. Bagwat knows a lot more about this hospital than we do because he works here. Give him a warm welcome, everybody.
Oh, really?
Hello. I have been working here. I have been working here for the last 34 years. Was right here. I served the community of Hammond and Calumet City.
Thank you.
For the last 34 years.
Awesome.
I understand that this hospital has gone a lot of changes. It used to be a 300 to 400 bed hospital when I started in 1985. Now it is down to 100 beds. But still, we are busy. The hospital is busy. I'm seeing every day so many patients. The hospital is losing money, we know that. But the entire organization, from Olympia Fields to Indianapolis, they are making good profit.
Big profit!
And also, this is a pandemic time.
Yes!
This is not a time to close a hospital.
Right!
So my request is, be charitable, be Catholic, and save the hospital. Dr. Bagwat, everybody! I'd like to remind everybody, we're in a pandemic last time I checked, right? Yes! Who shuts a hospital down in the middle of a pandemic? Nobody! That is not the Christian thing to do. No, it's not. I'd like to introduce us, Pastor Polk from New Hope Baptist Church. Give him a warm welcome, everybody.
On my walk over here, where's my friend?
We're all your friends.
There he is. We had a conversation. He's lacking the faith that what we're doing will do any good. Let me share with you. Gary was in the same predicament. We had faith, but we had feet. We need as many feet as we need faith. As many times as we need to march and allow them to understand this is a life and death decision.
Yes.
Right. We need this hospital.
Yes.
Let's continue to walk. Let's continue to pray.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Polk. Save our hospital. Save our hospital. Save our hospital. Save our hospital. Next, I'd like to introduce Hammond's 3rd District Councilman Barry Taillon. Give him a warm welcome, everybody.
been a long time since I used the bullhorn, so let's see if this works. This is just, it's ridiculous. I don't know what other words to use to describe the situation that we're in. Like Mayor said, we're in the middle of a pandemic. There's still people dying from COVID-19 on a daily basis here in our county, here in our city. And this hospital wants to leave us when we need them the most. I just don't understand it. And not only that, but they're leaving and trying to demolish half of the hospital or more on the way out. Instead of giving us the opportunity to recruit maybe another hospital to come in and take over. They didn't even come to us and have the decency to have a conversation with us about their plans because they knew that we would oppose it. They knew that we have a mayor, a city council, police officers, first responders that care about the health and well-being of our residents.
That's right.
And that's why they did this. So like Pastor Polk said, we have to continue to come together. We have to continue to fight and do whatever it takes to keep this hospital at least a brick and mortar here so that we can bring in somebody else who does want to be here, who does care about our community and wants to save us and be here for the long term. The last thing I'll say is I've been a sports coach within the school city of Hammond for 15 years. I can't tell you how many nights I've been here with players who have injured themselves right down the street at Hammond High, and they come here because it's the closest hospital, and a lot of them have had severe injuries, and they've been taken care of right here. It's been easy for their parents to come here, for their families to come here, and it's sad that we will no longer have that opportunity if this hospital is able to leave us. So please continue to come out, please continue to fight. If you're watching online, there's still time to come out, do whatever you can to help save our hospital. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to introduce Hammond's Corporate Counsel, Kevin Smith. Give him a warm welcome, everybody.
Thanks, Mayor. You know, I just wanted to give everybody some statistics because I got these from the fire chief. Because there were some things said in the paper recently that made it sound like all the patients from Hammond are getting transported down south, right? Did you see that in the paper today? All right, here are the real numbers. The Hammond Fire Department transported the following patients to these hospitals. Christ Hospital, 27. This is last year, all of 2020. University of Chicago, 35. St. Catherine's in East Chicago, 1188. Munster Community, 1637. And right here behind me, 2,140 patients. This was number one. Don't believe what you hear in the paper. Don't believe those statistics. This is where Hammond takes their patients. That's why this is so important. So I want to thank the fire chief for those numbers. And this has been a great turnout. Get ready. Save our hospital. Save our hospital!
Next, I'd like to introduce Hammond's Fire Chief. Let's give a warm welcome to Jeff Smith.
Some of those numbers that Kevin gave you, out of the 2,100, if this goes in effect, anybody, any woman in labor, any heart attack, any difficulty breathing, or any stroke will not be transported to this hospital. They will have to be transported to either St. Catherine's or Community. We do not currently transport the Franciscan in Munster, as was said on WJOB, because St. Margaret's would not give us permission to do so. We probably will not get permission to do so. There's also talks that we might even have to go to Taillon. The impact of that is that our ambulances are now out in the city twice as long as they would be if we came here. So to get back in the city, there's numerous railroad tracks throughout this whole county, as we all know. So the impact would be that the ambulances would be outside the city longer than we are right now.
Thank you, Chief. You know, this is going to have a big impact on public safety, and I know there's some representatives from Cal City and from Burnham that want to speak in a second, but I'd like the Assistant Chief of Police, Jeff Long, to come forward and talk about the practical impact it's going to have for police officers. And, you know, we already heard from firefighters, so give Jeff Long a warm welcome, everybody.
I've been a police officer for 32 years in the city of Hammond. As many of you know, we respond to things like car accidents and other major things. And many of your family members have probably been transported here. And I can tell you that when we respond to those things, there's oftentimes only seconds that you save somebody's life or you lose somebody's life. So when that happens in Hammond and you have to be transported to Dyer or somewhere else, you can understand we're going to lose people that we shouldn't lose. And we talked about this earlier. It's not the Christian thing to do. You sit down with the mayor and you say, we're having issues. What can we do to work together and get through them? Come to the table. Instead, they've turned their backs on everybody in Hammond and they're moving away. And again, We can't let that happen because as a police officer, when I respond to things, I realize there's only seconds when people will overtime.
Grab Eva's megaphone. Phil.
Eva's megaphone dying.
Yeah, it's gone, man. There it is.
We're getting a louder megaphone. This is my skeptical face.
There we go. It's better. It's better. Yeah.
Check. All right. You don't even have to press a button on this, everybody. I'd like to introduce next a doctor who I know very well. He's known and loved across Northwest Indiana. Cares a lot about medical services and helping people. That's why he's a doctor. Let's welcome Dr. Mike Foray.
Hello there. Hey guys, listen, my old man was a Carmelite orphan. And so he was raised down the street for about 9 years in a building that used to exist. And he put his practice down the street a half block away so he could provide for the people that took care of him. He fought like the Dickens to get on the staff here because he was the first osteopathic physician ever on staff at this hospital. And all my children were born here. This place is dear to me. I used to serve Mass in the chapel. I think this place is a necessity, and secondary to the fact that my old man, he absolutely taught us.
Save our hospital! 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 Save our hospital!
Franciscan Anyway, listen, I'm going to tell you that being a son of an orphan, I never like to see services diminish. Once they promise that something is going to come back, it doesn't come back. That's right. We need the health care right here. We need to be able to walk. What if somebody doesn't have a car or can't get away to walk here? This has to be saved, and I thank each and every one of you for coming out and trying to help keep it open. Save our hospital.
Save our hospital!
Thank you, Dr. Mike. Give it up for Dr. Mike. That was the Lake County Sheriff flying over in support for the record. That's Oscar Martinez. Make sure you thank him next time you see him. Next, from the Hammond NAACP, I'd like to introduce Reverend Homer Kopp for some words. Give it up for me.
I'm glad that all of you are out here today. My cousin once told me, he says, anything worth having is worth fighting. The hospital is worth having. Yes. You know, I read some of the articles in the paper, and some of the articles in the paper spoke about their children being born here. Our children are being born here also. But there's no record of the number of people whose lives have been saved as a result of this hospital. Right. I want to mention the lives of the people that are put at stake in Cambridge and Calumet City, and this side of Hammond, Whiting, and in other places. There are many people that cross here on this highway. The closest place is here. Yes. They just opened up a new bridge in East Chicago, going to Chicago. And that bridge carries thousands of cars. This hospital would also be responsible for every life that goes across there that didn't make it. We have refineries in this area. Right. That if things didn't go right, and I pray that they do stay right, that where would they go? This is the nearest hospital in relationship to them. There are no other hospitals anywhere else. Doctors determine where their patients go. Somewhere, somebody has dropped the ball in relationship to the doctors sending their patients here. Amen. There must be a responsibility in relationship to where they're going. They send most of us to the doctor's offices in the nearby city. There are very few doctor's offices here. When it came to radiation, there are many people that were under the oncology board of this hospital that were saved as a result of the closeness of it and their you that she took radiation right over here in this hospital. My wife is still with me. Amen. And there's many of your parents and wives that have been serviced by this hospital, and it is a total disservice and a cowardly act when they announce it in the paper without an opportunity for the community to offer any type of rebuttal or ask any questions. That's wrong. Save our hospitals.
Thank you, Pastor. Give it up for Pastor, everybody. You know, our friends from Illinois have seen this playbook before. Chicago Heights, St. James Hospital, right? Yep. And the Franciscans were in charge of that. Chicago Heights is a very diverse city, much like our city here in Hammond. And Franciscans shut that hospital down and moved to Olympia Fields. That's a familiar playbook to what we're seeing right now, right?
Yeah! That's what they're going to try to do.
That's what they're going to try to do. Let's give up. I have a fellow mayor here, mayor of the village of Burnham. Great man. He's been mayor almost as long as I have. His name is Robert Polk. Give him a warm welcome, everybody.
Good afternoon, everyone. Usually when I get a mic, I talk about 2 hours. That's time not to take it away from Burnham. I'm just kidding. But we're here for a worthy cause today. And we all believe that the hospital should be saved. So it's our duty to do what we can to try to make sure that we can put pressure where it needs to be put. And I spoke to a nurse here today, and she told me that the hospital no longer offers, I believe, radiology services and whatnot. You have to call the diet. To other areas, so they're already phasing out part of the resources that this hospital has been offering. So hopefully we can get it back and keep it here and be able to serve the people of this area and these areas as a whole. So thank you so much.
Yeah! Save our hospital! 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 I don't know how much notice Mayor Polk had. All right, Mayor Polk, did you get much notice about this? No. I talked to Mayor Polk. I no notice. I got the famous 1 hour notice about a Hammond hospital closing down, the only Hammond hospital closing down. But I tell you what, arguably this move affects Calumet City more than it affects the city of Hammond. It dramatically affects the city of Hammond. But I think the mayor of Cal City deserves a phone call if his local hospital is shutting down, right? Yeah. I think it's interesting, Mayor Jones' story. He's the new mayor of Calumet City. He's a great man. Let's give a warm welcome to Mayor Thaddeus Jones.
I don't need this microphone to protest. Do y'all need a microphone? Yeah! Listen, I want everybody to do me a favor. Turn and look to the person next to you. Turn and look to the person next to you. And do me a favor, close your eyes. I want you to sear in your head everyone next to you and remember the names and the faces of everyone here protesting. Everyone here fighting to save this hospital. If you are tired, close your eyes and remember the families who lost their lives. Close your eyes and remember the children who are going to lose their lives if this hospital closes. So next time we protest, I want each and every one of you to bring 10 people with you. Everybody say 10. Everybody say 10. 10! I want you to bring 10 more people with you. This is a marathon, not a sprint. We know that in order for them to hear our voices, you got to come back and come back and come back. Because otherwise, they're going to drown you out with $3 billion. Right. Remember that. $3 billion. $3 billion. They're going to drown you out and try to drown you out. Don't give up. This fight is not over. This hospital is important to the community. In Calumet City, we transport over 3,700 people to this hospital. 3,700 people. Guess what's going to happen to those 3,700 people? They're going to pass away. As unfortunate as that sounds, this hospital needs to understand that. In South Holland, they had 435 people transported here. Now I'm here today with my alderman from the 4th Ward. I'll bring him up to stand with me. This is 4th Ward Alderman Ramon. And I bring our fire chief Glenn Barton. And the president of our fire union, Scott Hinkle. But next time, everybody bring 10 people. Say 10 people.
Bring 10.
Wrong.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Hello. I will be before you very shortly. I have to go and use the restroom.
If they let you. Too much information.
That's why we need to save our hospital. Save our hospital. Right here in our community, right in Hammond, right next to Calumet City. This is where all of our emergency services bring the people that need attention right here to Hammond, to St. Margaret's Hospital. That's why we need to save our hospital. Thank you, and God bless you.
Save our hospital!
Great turnout tonight, guys.
You broke it.
Yes, we.
Great turnout today. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Hey, just throw some numbers out there. Cal City last year transported 3,200 patients to St. Margaret's. 3,200. Think about that. The year before that, 2019, 3,700 patients. Wow. 50% of that was Medicare and Medicaid patients. And where are they going now? Our next closest hospital is Ingalls, and last year we transported there 400 times. So quite a difference from there. And just on a personal note, my grandkids were, two of them were born in St. Margaret's and Dyer, and what did they do? They shut that down. The next kid she had, they brought them over here to St. Margaret's. Guess where they're going now? Back to Dyer.
Yes.
When this place closes. So it's unfortunate, the games that they're playing right now, and for us, as the Hammond chief was stating, our downtime for Cal City, going to other hospitals, our downtime is going to be tremendous. And we're going to have to rely on not only additional ambulance for Cal City, but also our neighboring towns to help cover us. We got representatives here from Lansing as well, and South Hammond. Each one of those transported 400 times and 300 times respectively to this hospital. And once again, they're going to have to find other hospitals to go to. Thank you.
Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
All right, guys, listen. Here's the issue. If this hospital closes, our residents can possibly die from it. Okay? So, all I can say is this. The effect on our residents in both Hammond and Calumet City is going to be tenfold. So what you guys need to do, on top of lobbying these guys, is call your senators, call your congressmen, okay? They're the ones who are going to help. You have to lobby them. If you don't, that's another avenue. You're going to fight their butt off to get this done. Oh, yeah.
Save our hospital! Save our hospital!
So, if we want to play the political game, let's play the political game, right? Yep. Let's get it done.
Yeah, baby!
You can't let this happen.
Go!
Does everybody agree?
Yeah!
Let me tell you guys a story about an organization that's building a brand new hospital in Crown Point right now. Got enough money for that. They're building just built a brand new hospital in Michigan City. Got enough money for that. Just built a brand new hospital in Lincoln Field. Got enough money for that. Added on to Dyer. Enough money for that. Brand new hospital in Munster. Got enough for that. Sorry, Hammond. Don't got enough money for you, right? The largest city in Northwest Indiana doesn't have a hospital? $3 billion in the bank? Don't have enough to take care of the poor people who live in Northwest Indiana's most popular cities. Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
This isn't right! Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
I sincerely appreciate everybody being out here. I want to introduce another speaker. His name is Phil Taillon. He's the chief of staff for the city of Hammond. Give him a warm welcome, everybody. I know the people in the hospital are listening right now. They probably think we're angry. But I gotta be honest with you, I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
That's right.
I worked in this hospital for 6 years.
In the face.
My mom worked at this hospital for 15 years. I see employees out here that are working in this hospital right now that are with us arm in arm with the same message that we have. Save our hospital!
Save our hospital!
Closing this hospital will affect people in a way that they could potentially lose their lives.
This is not a joke. This is not politics. This is about a community that needs this building behind us to be in operation. And they need to know that the community cares enough to be out here to spend their time to let them know how important this is to us. So thank you for everybody coming out. Save our hospital! Save our hospital! Like Mayor Jones said, we need 10 more people from each of us next time we come out, right? 10 more people! 10 more people! I'd like to introduce another speaker. Before I get to him, I want to remind everybody, Phil reminded me by talking about the employees. You know how much notice the employees of this hospital with decades of experience had about this closure? Zero! They read about it in the newspaper! They don't care. It's very sad. A Catholic institution doesn't give the mayors notice, doesn't give the employees notice, does it in the dead of the night, and they're going to demolish it on the way out. That's not right. Not right. Let's give a warm welcome to Tom Novak, City of Hammond. Give him a warm welcome, everybody. All right.
Good evening. All right. I was born here, like most of you. I know you already asked, but so the hospital and the reporters can see, raise a hand. Who was born here? Who had kids here? 4. That's right. Yeah, almost everybody here. You know, I wish I could go to the board of directors and ask them, you know, what would the Sisters of St. Francis think of this? You know, back in 1898 when they opened this hospital. This was the first hospital in Lake County, and they're going to turn their back on it. You know, I know. You know, in Luke 18, Jesus Christ tells us to sell our possessions and to distribute our wealth, and that wealth isn't important. But apparently $3 billion to them is more important than the teachings of Christ. You know? And I guess if Jesus isn't a high enough power, you know, even Pope Francis, I'll leave you with this, said in 2016 that healthcare is a human right. So who are they taking orders from besides the almighty dollar?
I tell you what, guys, we're in this for the long haul, right? Yeah! We're not going to sell out for a couple bucks and watch them leave in the middle of the night, right? No! Thank you guys so much for showing up. Do we have any other speakers? Oh man. I've been waiting for this guy to speak all night. What's your name, my man? Richard, give it up for Richard, everybody! I have a feeling this speech is going to be worth listening to. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Hospital!
Save our hospital! Save our hospital!
Save our hospital! Save our hospital!
Save our
hospital! Save our hospital!
All right. Yeah, I'm pretty new to Hammond, but I'm a cardio patient. And when I had a chest pain, I found out from the doctors that they were doing this, and my heart broke. My heart broke that they're shutting this down, and they're a Christian organization. Are they shutting down the Vatican? No. Is the Pope losing money, with all due respect? No. And I say this in a Christian manner. I'm not upset, I'm hurt. It's time that, they say they're Christian. What is Christian about shutting down a hospital and telling people to go miles away where they could possibly die on the way there? Yeah! What is Christian about that? There's nothing Christian about that. Stop worrying about worshiping the dollar and worshiping the people that are helping the people that God's children. Because we are all God's children. And that's what they should, and they are too. But they're thinking of the almighty dollar. Why don't they take a pay cut? Why don't they cut some of their luxury things in the Vatican in order to save this hospital? Why not do that? They can find the room, they can find the money, and then sit up there and not give anybody an opportunity to say anything about it. Not giving any opportunity to the mayor and to the cities around there, just not giving them no notice. 1 hour? Come on. 1 hour? You only do it.
Hammond's got an excellent state rep. She's in her second term right now. She represents our city. This is her district. Let's give a warm welcome to Representative Carolyn Jackson.
As you know, this was the budget year, and upon reading the newspaper and talking to the director, I found out that this is not an issue that just started. This has been a situation with finances and things that have been going on a while. I just wish that they had reached out to me as well as other representatives, because this was the year that we downstate had a big budget that we could have worked hard with all of the legislators to get some money to help so that this hospital that's near and dear to us and is a priority in our community would not be in this position now. Normally, when you have problems, you talk to people and you express to them what your concerns are and what needs to be done. My phone number has been the same for God knows how long, and I have no intentions of changing. Okay, I have a 773 number. I've had my cell number. I've had that, what, Mayor, almost 30 years? Okay, so I'm not changing it because I'm not hiding. I'm not going anywhere. And should they need any help or any directions, I represent this area. I will do what I can to help. Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to say thank you so much to everybody who came out and let you know this is just the beginning. We're in this for the long haul. We're not going to let these guys walk out of town without a fight. And I tell you what, I met a young man today. I want to come up and say one more thing to the crowd. I hope you guys don't mind Diego closing us out. How you doing, Diego? Come on. Diego, come on out, buddy. I think Diego's going to close it out for us. How you feel, kid? Feel pretty good. How about you, Mayor? Good, Diego. You're very inspirational, my man. You're going to have my job one day, I can tell.
To the people of Hammond, how are you guys doing tonight? Now, as a Roman Catholic of Northwest Indiana, do you guys see that flag right there? That is the flag of the Papal States. And this is not Christian nor Catholic values. To the cowards, to the Franciscan Alliance, to them it's all about money! They want to take from the poor. What would Jesus think of this? What would the Sisters of Friends think of this? This is not their vow of poverty. This is not the Christian or Catholic value. So save our hospital! Save our hospital! Thank you, Diego!
Now you see why he went last. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. We got to be safe marching back. I know the police department and fire department is going to lead us back in a safe manner. I want to say thank you so much to the pastors, the employees, everybody that came out, the first responders, the elected officials, to the press, to everybody. This is just the beginning. Thank you. Save our hospital.
Save our hospital. Thank you, folks.
Hi. Good job, buddy. I need to find out where the signature is.
Good job, man. Hey, everybody. How's you doing the show?
Good job, Locomotive.
Locomotive's got no voice.
Yeah, I could tell.
I just want to say thanks to everybody for watching Left to Center today. Save our hospital. Interesting. And so, I don't know.
That's it. That's a wrap.
I'll see you on Tuesday, everybody. Take care.